Hello, hello. My name is Geo, and as the name of this video might suggest, this is installing GPP on CentOS 7, and that's what I am going to do for you. Okay, and the package name that we are going to use to install the G++ compiler from the GNU is the same on CentOS, Fedora, and Red Hat. Okay, so depending on if you're using Yum or DNF to install software, the package is going to be the same. Okay, so even though the package is different in the Debian and Ubuntu repositories, and quite possibly it might be no on OpenSUSE the package name is also the same. It's the same RPM. All right. So, anyways, previously I had tried to sorry, as you can also see here, this is the Open Broadcast software. Okay, right here. This is the OBS software, OBS Studios, and I am very proud to have this installed on CentOS 7. Somewhere between April 20th and April 25th, I had tried to build OBS from source in order to screen capture the manual installation of Hadoop and the Hortonworks data platform. Okay, I installed it manually, Hadoop and the Hortonworks data platform, every piece of it, on CentOS 7, alright, on this system, and was unable to screen capture what I had done, and that it made me incredibly frustrated. I was already having a lot of trouble. Amazon was about to cancel my subscription because I owed them $8 and they wouldn't accept my PayPal. Okay, Amazon Oz doesn't accept PayPal. All right, and just a whole bunch of stuff. It was like a bunch of stuff built up that was happening and occurring, and wasn't allowing me to screen capture the installation of the Hortonworks data platform. And I ended up I'm running a tri-boot here. Alright, this is not just CentOS on this hardware. I have 3 different Linux operating systems on this hardware. Those are the only 3 systems I have on the hardware. Only 3? Yeah. So, anyways, I have got Debian on my first partition on SDA1. I have Debian Jessie. On SDA3, I have Ubuntu 14.04 Trusty Tar, and then on the SDA6 partition, I have CentOS. Okay, and this is CentOS 7. I promise. I am not lying. Just in case you were wondering, version that's not good. EL Enterprise Linux 7. That is. If you ever use CentOS, then you would know that that is the truth. All right, and this is the CentOS command line. Yes. Okay, and this is Facebook. I like Facebook. I think Facebook's got a chance to be the #1 corporation in the world, #1 tech corporation in the world. Honestly, Google's also got a chance, but Apple right now has the chance to be the first $1 trillion evaluated tech corporation. Uh-oh, I got an email. That's okay. I'm gonna let that. You may be able to hear that in the background. I don't know. If you don't, that's good. And if you did, I was gonna wait for it to kill. Okay. So it'd be so nice if there was a kill all for my cell phone. I just like kill all noise. Just open up a terminal and be like, kill all cell phone. No process cell phone. Dang it! Okay, just playing. We already knew there wasn't a process called cell phone. Anyways, so previously I had trouble installing OBS software. Back to that. I tried to build it from source on CentOS. I couldn't do it. I ended up swapping to my Ubuntu partition, and via Ubuntu I I first then tried to install the Hortonworks data platform on Google Cloud platform. Okay, I had some issues with that. I wasn't able to connect to my Ambari, so I decided to do it via Ambari after installing it manually on my local machine, because I found an Ambari PDF after reading almost like a 270-page manual on how to install it manually. Uh, the Hortonworks data platform. In case you don't know, there's like Apache, this, that, Zookeeper, Pig, all kinds of configurations, MySQL databases floating around, NoSQL databases, this, that, data shares, Zookeeper, security stuff, Hive. It's, oh my goodness, it's massive. It is massive. Okay, and I don't have virtualization installed, so I could not install VirtualBox. Excuse me, I don't have my CPU is not virtualization enabled, so I couldn't install VirtBox and install the .ova needed to run the CentOS Hortonworks sandbox. All right, it was just a whole bunch of mess, and then 4 days later, my grandmother died. I was so incredibly mad and upset. And my professor, this motherfucking asshole, gave me an F for my course 2 days before. I found out Monday morning, May the 2nd, that my grandmother died. I lived with this woman for 30 years. There's very few people on the planet that can even stand to be around me for a couple hours. And actually, that's the other way around as well. I don't like many people. So, I lived with my grandmother for 30 years. She took me in when I was 3 years old. All right? One of the most impressive people I ever met. She graduated law school at the age of 20, okay, and practiced law for 60 years. 69 years my grandmother practiced law. I promise you. 2 weeks before she died, she tried a case, okay? I'm serious. I swear to you. Woman meant everything to me. And I was so upset. And not only that though, but there's other responsibilities that if other things, implications of my grandmother dying that are go on the stacking block that added to the K. All right, they were on top. Were in the stack. They were in the heap, and they were waiting to be processed. Okay, I'm talking like potential homelessness, um, uh, my family fighting over uh, the estate, all kinds of stuff, man. All right, and my fucking professor gave me an F. Okay, first off, he gave me an F on a project that I completed, which I'm fucking upset about that shit. I'm venting. I'm venting. All right, all right. Enough venting. Makes me look like a pussy. Anyways, even though I am. All right. Back to what we were doing. We're about to install the G++ compiler. Okay, enough of me venting. I'm done venting. I'm getting sidetracked here. You're like, dude, you are crazy. Just show me how to install the compiler. All right, this is the package. It's the GCC C++. GCC-C++ package is what you're going to install. Okay, to actually be able to compile G++ from source, be able to compile C++ from source code using the GNU C++ compiler. Okay, this is going to install this package, GCC C++, and the mandatory dependency, the library std C++ development package. All right, so we should get both packages just by installing this one package. Okay, and then I will continue to vent about OBS. I'm so happy I finally got it. I don't know if it was in Nux or Columbia. I have redirected I'm now in columbia.edu, as this says right here. I am now in Columbia, is my second mirror in Princeton, and I was using Georgia Tech, okay? And now either from using Columbia or in Nux, they have since added OBS Studios to the repository, and you can just install it via command line without building it from source on CentOS7. And that is awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for doing that. I so appreciate it. Okay? But back to this. Here we go. installing library C++ devel package, installing GCC C++ package, verifying those, and those are installed. All right, now, of course, if you've used Ubuntu and or Debian, you installed Build Essentials in order to compile C++ code, or you come from Slackware or maybe Arch or Mac OS X, where you installed the you had to install Xcode in order to have the access to the G++ compiler or whatever. You already know about this. You just type G++, and then the name of whatever you want to do here. Say we're going to call it address ID is going to be the name of the binary, and then address ID.cpp. Let's make sure that let's verify that. Let's see what address ID.cpp looks like. Here, see my .ffl video. It is actually, I'm making a video right now. It is in progress. Here is get it. Is this right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me make sure. Okay, that's right. Alright, and so let's compile this, make sure that's working. Houston, we have liftoff, aka compilation has proceeded. Oh, maybe I should install that too. All right. Well, since I'm a joker and I didn't install something I needed to run that, we have completed this tutorial. So with that said, complete, as it says. Sorry, I threw that in there. That's probably not witty. And thank you all for listening to me vent. And whoever put OBS in the studios in the repository, I thank you. My people, thank you. The whole deal with the wrong version CMake, trying to build it from source, was just like stabbing me in the forehead with a railroad stake. I was just like poking myself in the forehead like, I'm so upset about that. Anyways, now that that's said, thank you so much, and I hope you learned something. The name of the package, once again, was Echo GCC C++. GCC C++. That is the name. Let's do that one more time. Echo GCC C++. This is the name of the package that you want to install. That's the name of the package that you have got to install in order to compile C++ code from command line using the GNU compiler, okay, using G++. So G++ is the GNU's C++ compiler, which probably everybody knows. I've known that for years. You've probably known that for years. But in case of, which this does happen quite frequently, if you're new to Linux or you are swapping from Ubuntu or some other Linux distribution, or maybe even Unix, like BSD, FreeBSD, OpenBSD, maybe Mac OS X, to Linux, and even in the cloud, okay, even on a cloud instance, that is the name of the package on Amazon's AMIs, on Red Hat's images, on CentOS images, and on, I believe that's the name of the package also for OpenSUSE, because they use RPM-based packages. So, with that said, this tutorial is complete, and guys, don't do anything I wouldn't do at least twice.